Yeah, okay. So, we can see what we want to cover in today's meeting and what we want to talk about. We don't have to spend the whole time on the app, but I think that's I would like to um, try it out. And so what I wanted to share is that um, is interesting. I've been kind of like working away on it and really thinking about this as like the first kind of bare bones version, and it's not even, I don't even know if it's like the alpha version yet. Um, but like as I was sort of put it to, turn the computer off last night and was kind of going to bed. So it actually something did hit me a little bit, saying like, oh, well, this is kind of a bigger moment because it's I guess it's HSC has been around almost like 3.5 years now, and there was the Notion member portal, but that was kind of just like a first go at this, and um, so there's something that feels kind of special about it because it feels like this is, I don't know, we've been for like a long time been like selling the idea, that's how it's felt to me, most of the time is we're kind of selling the idea, um, and and the model, and that's great, but it's exciting to sort of feel like we have the start of the sort of selling like the the mechanism that helps to facilitate like the idea and everything that we're trying to do. So the app is just kind of like this mechanism, but it is a big helper. It's like this big helper mechanism, and so um, yeah. So I appreciate the three of you being here, and I didn't sort of like make a whole huge thing and email and text everybody to come, but it feels like a kind of important step. So yeah, I appreciate you all being here. Um, so without any further ado, um, this was my thought, was that we could go through whether it's maybe all at one time, maybe one person can share their screen, but like we could all just, or you three could just kind of sign up for the member portal and go through the initial process there, and we can kind of just see how it goes, and share feedback and see where bugs come in, and and then kind of like just have folks take a look around, and um and I think that could be, I hope it's fun, and also could be a good way to just, get feedback, and for, rather than me kind of like try and give you a walkthrough or a tutorial, my hope is that it's built out enough now so that way, like, a person could be the driver, so how does that sound to folks?
Yeah, sounds good. Can you share the link just to be sure that we are in the same
Yes.
page?
Yeah. Yes, I will share the link, and then would one of you three like to share your screen? Because it would be interesting for me to see like what the process looks like from a new user perspective. And you can go on this, the person who's sharing their screen should do it on the computer, but the other folks, you could do it on your phone or on the computer.
If you want, I can share my screen. Especially that I'm newbie. I'm totally like I'm a little bit not so familiar with the interface of the app. So yeah, I can do that.
Great. Great. Um,
Um,
all right, so let me give you the link. And then, oh yeah, so Christine, the only thing, Christine, I know that you started in there. Let me take a look. But I don't think that you got too far, Christine, as far as like, well, you put a bio in, but I think that's about as far as you got, the bio in your picture. Do you want me to delete your user? I can send you the bio so you don't have to rewrite it. Do you want to delete your user and start fresh? So that way you can kind of see what that,
Hmm.
at least this.
Well, I guess I did have a few things logged in there already for like actions under this user. So
You get the,
I guess I don't want to delete that.
okay. Oh, as far as like your actions. All right. So do you want to, well, you know what you could also do? Yeah, you could just log in as your user and just start from there. You could log in under another email and whatever you think. At any point, it's like
Yeah.
you could log in as a as a dummy user.
Yeah,
And
I think that would probably be a useful thing for me to do anyway. And I guess I'm feeling like I'm not necessarily going to be able to focus on like doing a proper analysis, like if I do it right now. So I'd rather watch everyone else do it if that's
sure,
all right.
yeah, as you like,
Yeah.
as you like. I already have two different d dummy users. We can you delete them. You can go through the process as many times as you like. So yeah.
Hmm.
Um, all right. So let me put the let's see. Um, uh, oh, trust. All right, so that's the link, app.circletrust.org. Yeah, Basilica, you can share anytime. It's, the URL is going to be Holistic Systems, or HS Cooperative, but for now we're just keeping it here. All right, so let's see if things actually work how I want them to work.
Okay, so I just opened the link on a new browser. Um,
Great. So far, so good.
okay,
Yeah, you can do a sign in or sign up. At this point,
okay.
it doesn't matter, but generally speaking, you sign up now, but at this point, it doesn't.
One second.
And there's no passwords, so you just check your email and
Just a second.
Saya,
Oh,
tell me if you run into anything. Hmm. Okay, let's see. So,
okay, so I'm here.
okay, it shouldn't. Yeah, gotta take notes. Where's my thing?
Um,
Because it. Well, maybe because you went to sign in and not sign up. Boy, let me just get to my notes thing. So it
So
really you should
I'm
have.
already signed up,
What's
apparently.
that?
Apparently I'm already signed up from whenever in the past.
yeah,
And but
Oh,
when I clicked on the link, it brought me to this same page that Vasilica is looking at. And then I had to go to the little profile circle to then view my profile. So
yeah, exactly.
so it's just wondering like once someone's already signed up, they don't really need to go to the welcome page.
I
They
think
need,
I needed to delete you, Sai.
oh, fine.
Yeah, your email was already there in there. I meant to delete you beforehand, but I didn't.
Okay,
Let me delete you.
go ahead. I don't mind in this instance.
Well, you basically have your email and that's it. So,
Yeah. Okay.
all right. So hang on one sec. Yeah, let me delete you. Yeah, it should have
But
gone.
it's good to know too that if someone is a returning user, they don't want to end up at the welcome page. They want to be right in.
Yeah, well, you should have. I'm just taking notes here. Like it's like
Yeah.
Basilica should. Yeah, you should. There's something weird with the welcome page. Let's see.
I can sign out and do it again.
You can go to view profile.
There you go.
All right, let me take a look. Hello, you need to. Yeah, see, I didn't go through this again myself. So, my needs and offers. What the frig? Take a screenshot of this. I mean, if I had time, I understand what's happening. There's like screens that are hidden, but ideally you should go to a page where it says like the stuff that's on the bottom. So, all right, so I need to approve you. So right now, wait, damn it, notes. Okay. Probably could sign in. So, Sai, try signing up rather than signing in, but I think there's still an
I
issue.
didn't go any sign in or up. All I did was go to the link from the chat. But now I can. Let's see.
What is happening?
I signed myself out. Sign up or sign in. Okay.
We don't have to take too long to
Sign up.
sign with the sign in process.
I'm signing up again. Check my email for a code. There it is.
All right. So I see you now as a new signed in user. So yeah, so Basilica, you can.
Okay, so
So I would say sign in, Basilica. And Sai, you can tell me what's going on.
Sure, yeah. I'm signed in and now I'm just looking, can I start adding professional skills? It looks like I can. Because you've approved, I guess, so I don't need to do this button below that says fill out the
No, I
additional
haven't. You shouldn't be seeing
then.
you shouldn't be seeing the professional skills. There's a container that um hang on, let me take yeah, there's a there's a container that there's a part of the app that just is this is
I don't receive the pin. See? So when I'm here, it's like it got in a loop. So I'm getting in and I don't
Can you click I need another pin?
where?
The little
My
green,
another pin,
yeah,
sorry.
right there.
Okay, so let's put it like
So
this. Maybe I write it wrong.
yeah, there's just I didn't check that.
Okay, I see the pin.
I get what I have to fix, but I don't want to like I'll have to like
Okay, so I'm back here.
spend time on it. All right, so let me approve you. That's the first thing I need to do. So basically, it's still a manual process. Wow, Saya. Oh, Saya, do you want to hear? Let me. Okay, no, that's where is approved. Saya, do you want to be? Did you sign up with Gmail and Yahoo, Saya?
I just did the
Okay,
Yahoo one. I don't know what I did the first time,
I
but I thought you were canceling the whatever I did weeks ago.
yeah, I
But feel
thought I
free to
did.
cancel all of it if it's confusing.
No, that's okay. Do you want to do so? What's on the screen now? So yeah, the initial part before a person gets approved, obviously I need to work out the bugs there. But then once a person is approved, because we don't want just anybody being able to like sign up and then start like being a member, so they have to get approved. So now this is the initial intake form. So you can say begin setup. So yeah, sorry about that. But Saya, it's all good. Which do you actually want to be your ideally like the email that you use? You want Yahoo or Gmail?
Yeah, what Yahoo
Okay.
for now.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So now you should be good to go, Saya, to start like
Okay.
the intake process. And
Okay.
Basilica,
So
is that
what
working when you click begin setup?
This I was like I was waiting you to see like do you want me to start? I can do it.
Yeah, go for it. Oh,
Okay.
thanks for waiting.
So
So the idea basically, was that a person has to fill in at least, at the very least. And I know, Christine, we have bigger plans for the intake form. Um, but to fill in like at least like a basic um, amount of info before using the app, because like with Notion, we had people just jump right in, and then there were like half done profiles with no pictures or things like that, and so yeah, better to not do it that way.
okay, so that is like the first step. Continue.
Yeah.
Professional title.
So I'm not seeing any of those steps that Basilica's doing, but what I what I have is I have my needs and offerings, and then I have options to start adding skills, professional skills and soft skills, and then under that I have welcome, woot woot, let's get you started, and then start my journey. So
Yeah.
is that where I should be going?
Thank
Because it
you.
comes
Yeah, just click.
after all the
Yeah,
other
click
stuff.
start your journey.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be seeing those other ones, and it's just
Oh,
I just need to they just need to be like hidden from you. So
okay.
yeah. So thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to move forward unless it made sense.
No, totally. I appreciate it.
1 second. Okay. Just
All
put the
right. Okay,
there.
this is exciting. We got a little bumpy, but I feel like we're fully on track now.
Okay, so we have title, bio, image. Okay, let's see if it goes okay. Collaboration intentions.
I guess I need to write something about what those are. But
Um,
yeah, that's another note for the app. But essentially it's just the ways you want to participate in the group.
yeah, 1 second to check it. So yes, professional development. How many can we choose? Do you have a number, a minimum, or something like that?
Um, no, there's no limit, which is great. Another good thing I should write there.
Maybe
Um,
you can put it a minimum, at least like okay, no, I don't know, 4 or 5, something like that. Like okay, just because people can just put one and jump to the
yeah.
other, the next step. Um,
Yeah, it's also a good question. Like, good feedback is like, is is this a good amount? Are there too many?
I think they are okay in terms of numbers. It's like it's okay to have multitude of options. It's just
Right.
like gives me the sensations like I don't know if I did it like enough or not. So maybe we can put it like choose. We can
Uh,
have like a description like okay, choose minimum 5 of this, or you can add other if you want. Maybe some people they can say and we can put a text box and we can add other things that people can be interested or have a
yeah.
sentence.
For
Okay,
sure.
so
And I need to put something, that's a good reminder. I should put something that like you can add and remove any time, like you can always change these.
perfect. Yeah, that will be
So then
okay.
people aren't like, stressing over it.
Okay, so let's say that okay, I'm good with this one, so I choose 5, okay? So let's
Great.
continue. Then confirm and consent the community agreement. Okay. Code of conduct, respect others, protect image. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, I think it's okay for the moment. Submit and get started. Okay. Okay, cool. Success. But I still have this. So right now, for as a user experience, I don't know where to go next right now. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I see the
No,
success message, but
I know.
like, I need to do it again. What's going on? So it's a little bit
Yeah, I
confusing.
hear you. Just give
So
me one sec.
Just
I
trying
just
to
want to
give
make
you
it.
like
Give me one
feedback
sec. I want
from
to make
my
a note that this is
Okay.
happening. Yeah, yeah. It's fine. I can fix it, but it's no doubt that's like not right.
I got some notes and questions when you're ready.
Okay. All right. It's just for kicks. Basilica, yeah, you're all in there. So let me see. Signed your consent agreement. Just for kicks, click on begin setup. Okay. Yeah, so
I'm clicking again.
that shouldn't be happening. You shouldn't be able to see that anymore, but
Mm-hmm.
okay, fair enough. So for now, let's see if I can get you away from that. Can you go to the top right and just click your yeah, click that and see if you can view your profile. All right, so let me go. I need to change something for you to actually like get into the app. So
Okay.
let me do that. And Saya, what are your questions? Are you on the intake form? Have you gotten there yet? No?
Well, as soon as Basilica completed her profile, I got her profile. So it popped in on what I was building on my thing. And now I'm looking at, as if I'm Basilica, I'm looking at her profile.
Wow.
It says, welcome, Basilica. It says community size. It says how many tokens are happening. It
Wow.
says active needs and offerings. And whatever profile I was building for myself just like popped out of existence. I mean, I could go look for it, but I didn't want to move from here before
No,
telling
I
you
hear you. I'm
what just
looking at
happened. So,
I'm looking at it.
And I don't have that. That like
right,
what
I'm
you
you
see
now.
here,
Wow.
Sorry.
not
I know what
in my.
happened. Yeah, I know what happened. I didn't clear the ding dong duty intake form, intermediary data table before I before everybody started coming in. So there was like, yeah.
It's all right. I mean, now we know. Members, let's see if I am a member at all yet. Nope.
So, yeah, because all of right. So I see I have all your stuff in here, Saya, but it says it's in Basilicas. Okay. All right. So, but thank you. This is good though. This is not. It's just this stuff is not stupid. Friggin'.
Yeah. No,
No,
that's
no,
fine.
no stress,
Oh,
Rob.
and
This is why we are doing it to see what are the
yeah,
bugs. So just take
totally.
notes
This is
and
totally fine.
exactly, it's very good. It's a
Yeah,
good
and
experience.
now people trying to reach Basilica are going to email me. So it'll be
Amazing.
easy.
Well, because
Cool.
I'm
Please
gonna,
answer to my phone too.
I'm gonna
Oh
change
yeah, that's what I get paid to do. Be your secretary.
That we can speak about that. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
there's already an exchange that just happened.
Absolutely.
It's a big exchange. It's an exchange of like of who we are as humans.
Identity exchange. It's a spiritual journey here.
Yeah.
True.
All right. I'm gonna I'm gonna fix this though.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you will. Um, Another question that came to mind as I started to like fill in my contact information, was a question of security, actually. I mean, obviously, we just got our identities mashed together. That's totally fine. But as a new user, I hesitated a little bit to like when it asks for my home location or my phone number, I'm like, wow, how much detail do I want to put in here? How secure is it? So at what point in the process will new members have access to that information? When do they need it is something I think for us to think about is when and how. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. As far as like each, I don't know how to get rid of that. Oh, there we go. As far as like having each other's information,
Yeah. I mean,
totally.
when I thought about do I put my address and my phone number and everything, it's like, well, I could put my exact street address and then any new member on here would know where I am. Or I could just put USA and be done with it, but on the other hand, my name is in there. So
Yeah, absolutely. I think what we're gonna,
I'm not a very cautious or paranoid person about those things, but if it occurred to me, it will definitely occur to other people.
yeah. No, I get that. I mean, that definitely has occurred to me. I mean, that's just something that we have to that is something we have to work on. So that's a great note.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
especially, obviously, whenever fiat money comes in and how that interacts, then we have financial data potentially on people that we have to be extremely secure with.
Yes. Correct. All right. Are you so Basilica, you have to if you go to edit your profile, that button up there, you have to put in a new, can you put in your image again? I think there should be, yeah, your profile image. I had to just delete that. Um, but everything else I think should have stayed. But that's the idea. Now that you're in Basilica, I'm going to help Saya get in, but Basilica, now that you're in, you like you should be able to just do whatever and and add different things and see different things um and at the very top Basilica you can, yeah, so I would say, I don't know, try stuff, see if it works. All right, Sai, where are you at? Are you at the intake
It gave
form?
me, yeah, I'm at the consent form now. So whatever you did distinguished my profile from Basilica. So I'm back to being able to set mine up.
Oh, okay, yeah, great.
Yeah.
um yeah, I'm looking and it looks like yeah, like you're there. And the phone,
Um,
I don't think I made the phone a required.
no, I mean, again, like I don't mind what you're asking for personally, but it gave me pause, so it's gonna probably happen again with other people.
Yeah, totally.
Um,
Totally. All right, so I would
oh,
say,
wait a minute. Now it just hmm.
did you
Now
hit the reset button?
I did because I was trying to consent to the thing, but there was only a back or a reset button. There was no like confirm. So I thought reset might just be for that agreements. Anyways, it's not.
Yeah, it's not. Sorry. Yeah, can you can you fill those things in again? And then
Yeah, of course, of course.
when you get
But
to that last page,
yeah,
there should be a button that says, submit.
no, there wasn't.
Okay, then that's good for me to know because
Wait,
Yeah, yeah.
as soon as I consent to the community agreements, the submit button disappears.
Okay, let me take a look at that.
Okay. So I
Yeah,
see the button, but if I consent, I can't submit. Which kind of hilarious.
which is kind of hilarious. All right. It's just, it's like you're trapped in a. All right, that's weird. Okay, so let me take a look at that and fix it. Let me see. Intakes. That is weird.
Mm-hmm. It's very weird.
Intake form. Right, can if consent agreement is not checked. It's just a if then thing here, and I might be not doing it right. Interact form. Consent agreement is not checked. That seems right. Otherwise, do this. Um,
Hey, I'm just gonna dip out for a bit. How much longer do you think you'll be doing this part?
um, I I don't know, a few I don't few minutes. I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Button. So I check that and it goes away, which means I just must have it. I must have the logic backwards or something. Ah, that is so weird. I swear the logic would have been. Um, yeah, that's still funky. Anyways, yeah, Sai, go ahead and try it now.
Okay. Nope. I mean, I could just submit and
Wait,
not check on. Check.
did you check the submit button now?
Well, all I did was check the consent button and then the submit thing goes away.
Oh, it still goes away. Can you
Well,
refresh?
should I refresh? Yeah, I was
Yeah, can
gonna.
you refresh?
Yep. There we go. Now it works.
Okay, great.
Nope.
Thank
Okay, now I click on submit and it pops up a little thing that says you must consent to proceed. So it's giving me a pop-up
you. Yeah,
as if I didn't check the box.
yeah. All right,
So you have
I
to,
need to just
yeah,
take that.
switch that out.
I just need to take it away until I figure out how it's
Yeah,
like gonna work properly.
yeah.
I'm just gonna take away this condition. Okay. right, I took away any sort of, let's see. Yeah, can you refresh and try again?
Yeah.
Now I know how developers feel. I'm not even a developer, but like, wait, where's the submit button?
The
What is,
submit button's gone. Yeah, it's gone.
there's something that's causing it to have a, how are you doing, Vasilica? Are you having the time of your life or what?
No, I'm waiting, and I'm sorry. I'm
Oh, that's
replying on
okay.
some emergency stuff that happened just happened, but I'm like curious what is the next step. Like, okay, I played here a little bit,
Yeah,
and
did you go to the tabs at the top? Oh, I see. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, button.
Okay, so you
Show
okay?
consent agreement signed as empty. That's fine. Let the button go. Intake form submit. All right, I'm gonna do one. All right, I'm just gonna do this. Let's see. So are you having the time of your life or what?
Oh
Mm-hmm.
no, I was back to waiting again. All right, I'll refresh.
No, I'm just no. I was just joking. No, this is not. It's not good.
I'm, don't beat yourself up, Rob. I'm very happy to be testing it with you, and um,
Yeah, those this, those
really,
this.
I'm really fine over here. The consent button's gone again.
No, yeah, it's
The
gone, but
submit button. So take your time.
have no idea why it's not showing up. All right, here, let's try here. No. This is kind of how it goes with building this thing,
Yeah, no problem.
meaning like I sometimes have to bang around on it for a while.
Better you than me,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
sometimes it gets a little frustrating.
I bet.
It's like this. All right, I'm gonna try like one more time to see if I can figure out why this is not working. write your things. All right. Let me see. What? All right, I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'm going to try and just manually click the consent agreement.
Okay.
And that's not like the way that we want to do it. But if you refresh Saya, I think you should just be able to access the app now. It's just that the information on your intake form isn't going to go in, so you would just need to like add that all in your profile again.
Okay. So if I'm at the consent page, I can't do anything with that.
Oh, can you refresh and just see if you just get allowed into the app?
I'll try again. I did, but no, I'm stuck.
Okay. I'm stuck too. Maybe we
Okay,
should just let it go and I should try and figure it out.
that's
And
fine.
are you signed in as uh as Yahoo?
I should be.
Okay.
That's what I think happened. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was Basilica. Did it make sense to you, Basilica?
Yeah, I'm still here. Just disconnect a little bit my screen in case you want to like share something else. Made sense. The structure, like the main structure. Um, so right now, to be honest, like yes, we need to like see what are the bugs and what are like the loops or the system errors. But in terms of like the base of this app feels like nice, like it's needed. It's like has a good foundation. Um, yeah. So in terms of bugs and maybe a little bit of design and something like that, but other than this, um, yeah, I think it's on a good foundation.
Cool. Thank you. Um, yeah. And I mean, generally, does it sort of make sense hmm,
Sorry.
does it, yeah, generally sort of make sense to you what's what?
Um, yeah, because it's pretty like simple. Yeah, we have like needs and offerings. Have the needs. I don't understand, for example, total exchanges are 9, but I don't like. Do we need to see them? They are not.
Oh, yeah.
Um, and then when I click here, like I don't maybe like oh I don't imagine that you have like 50, and you need to scroll down to see the offerings.
Oh, I see.
So like that maybe be like a page or like a tab, actually, not a page, maybe a tab. Because when you have like 50 needs or 100 needs and 100 offerings, then you have to scroll down to go to the offerings. So maybe this kind of stuff of like usability or how to make them, but it's has a good foundation.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you testing it out and getting in.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm happy to be a member.
You're a member. You're officially a member.
Yay!
Woo
You
woo. That
remember.
means
Good.
you can at least,
Yeah,
put in offerings and needs.
good.
Yeah. You're a member. You're a member before Saya is. Saya didn't succeed in becoming a member.
Yeah, but I'm getting all Basilica's emails. Haha.
Nice.
No, maybe you
And,
fixed it. That's fine. I hope you did. Um,
and by the way, for example, if I go to members and I click one, for example, to see this, okay,
yeah.
Hmm.
and then I go home and then I go back to members, I see her profile again.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Instead of every,
So
yeah.
yeah, instead of everybody. So I need to go again and click, and then I can choose another person. But
Right.
yeah, so this kind of bugs or errors or whatever you want to call it, that it's just about usability and how to make it more friendly
Yeah.
and easy to navigate.
Mm. Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's good. I appreciate the feedback. Um, yeah, yeah. There might
Yeah.
be extras
Yeah.
stuff on there.
I'm
So,
I'm looking forward to the next round. I'm also looking forward to seeing what it looks like on a phone. I haven't tried that yet, and I'll wait, I think, until the next round, but I think that will be also interesting.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got to, yeah, and when you look at the app, like when you're building it, um, the builder has, it has the views. It has a view for mobile, and then it has a view for desktop. So
Mm,
yeah, so which is helpful because you can always look at what it's going to look like on mobile. So and try and plan for that. Um, yeah, all right. Well, that was um, I mean, I could guide you through it more, but I don't know if we want to, if there's more to,
I don't know. I think that's probably good for now. I'm gonna get going shortly,
okay.
so I'm wondering if there's anything else today that you wanted to touch on for a couple
Uh,
minutes.
excuse me one second, I have another bag. So for example, here in location,
Oh, yeah, that one definitely. Yeah, the country is either Todd or Saya.
Oh wow, I'm a whole country.
Yeah, you're a country. We're trying to
me too. I'm a country
really
too.
Your
shift.
country too. That's
We are
so
You're
all
your own
countries.
country.
We are all countries. Amazing.
wow.
I'm
We
my
all have
own country.
self-sovereignty. That's a
Yeah,
very good thing.
you can you can live in you can live in the country of Rob if you want. I'm very
Yeah, yeah.
Costa. No, it won't let you. There's no Costa
No,
Rica. Huh?
exactly.
Hmm.
So I don't know, but it feels like it's
Yeah. Okay. Well, what? Yeah. I mean, you can keep playing with it, Basilica. I appreciate that. Saya. Yeah. What else? Edit your maybe. Basilica, you can try and make a needs and offerings need an
mhm.
offer if you want. That could be that could be cool. Let's see. Add, oh yeah, you have to, right. Well, you can go to, yeah, I should just let you try and find it. I mean, there's a button that says, well, post offer.
Post offer and read, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
definitely works. Well, Saya, what do we need to go over?
Oh, I still have the same list I had last week that I haven't fully gotten to. So yeah, I know I have some things to do on deck. But I was just curious if you had any other agenda items for for the meeting today. Oh, Miss Call is
I mean,
arriving.
there's the hi Mescal, there's the whole yeah, I mean, we've got the whole thing, the whole info packet,
Yep. Yep, that's on my list.
and I know that I need to do that. I guess, you and I still need to connect about
Yeah,
values.
yeah, get a reschedule.
Yeah.
Okay. That all sounds good. Yeah, I'll keep my list in front of me and keep marching down it. Um, great. Well, this was fun. I hope it was fun for everybody else a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, and at least useful, maybe also fun. Um, great. Well, I wish you guys a great rest of your time and see you next time.
Okay.
Thank you. See you next
All right.
time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and recover from this, and I'll let you know, Sai, you can actually submit and get it and join in, because
Sure.
you might want to just look at your own time.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Thanks,
Okay.
Sai.
Bye.
Appreciate it.
Wow. Bye.
Bye. Hey, Mescal, we're just going through this, and it hasn't gone particularly well, but you know, see, Basilica, now you're starting to do what I do, which is do a bunch of test things with little gobbledygook, yeah, and that's all right.
Yeah, to be honest, I like for this capital, it's like, hmm, I don't understand very clear what do you mean by like what do I offer? Like what? Yeah.
Yeah,
And if I put as a need, that means that I need, for example, material capital or intellectual capital or
yeah, yeah, it's a good point, right? Because it is a whole framework, and also to say that we would, you know, ideally we're like onboarding people like together in the app. We wouldn't just sort of like ideally we're not just letting somebody sort of like go right away. At least now, I think we want to have some kind of tutorials in there. But yeah, to answer questions like that. So like if we were going to be like on a call, I would say there's it's a framework for like what kind of um like the kind of types of value.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I hear you. It's like, yeah, we have to sort of think about what people are gonna like, right? You're sort of shining the light on like what people would like have in mind, have an understanding of, and like what are we assuming that people are having an understanding of, or like that everybody's gonna know what we mean when they might not. So I think that's helpful for you to point out. Hmm.
I like this fields, like this type of like what kind of exchange it is and if it's an emergency and everything. This is nice.
Yeah, yeah, good. What about the value exchange type? If you forget the form of capital, does that make more sense or? or
Sorry, say it
still not?
again.
The value exchange type, does that make more sense than like the form of capital, or still not as much?
Mm, yeah, I don't know if it's just a category, like, oh, it's just a way to um just a way to filter the kind of exchange that we are doing in terms of capital. And so this like I'm not so clear how to say it, like um how to select them, like what would be the best, or what will reflect um
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'm making note of that. It totally makes sense. Uh,
Because here they are very like, it's we have already the type of the exchange. So to be honest, this kind feels very like unclear and a little bit, especially the word capital. I
yeah,
don't know. For me, it's like too much.
yeah.
Personally, like, yeah,
Got it, Christine. Yeah, no worries. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, right? Because it's this framework, right? And it's a
yeah,
framework that I've like read about and some others have learned about, and like once you read about it, I think it makes a lot of sense, but it's a whole framework. And so, yeah, people might not know that, so we might not be necessary. Yeah, so that's a good point. Um, and does the value exchange type, does that seem
yeah. These are like
that makes more sense? I mean, it's
makes more sense, but I think there are too many.
I see.
And like I hear maybe like we can put like half or something like that.
Yeah,
Um, for example, I don't know what you mean by this.
yeah,
Um, Promotion also. I don't want like, you want me to promote, I need promotions. We are like promoting, yeah, but that is like, it's we can put it, or promotions, referrals. For example, promotions, referrals, connections is can be this in the same area.
yeah.
So, you know. So this one, so maybe we like half, because there are like too many words. We'll be more concise, concise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Social transformation doesn't say anything for me. Like, I need, for example, imagine like this. If I'm like I'm in the need and I ask something and I need what? Social transformation. I can need some kind of I can, I can need some
Yeah.
kind of support or coaching or
mm,
consulting, or I need in order to whatever social transformation I think that I need. So Christine, I hear that you are laughing, so thank you for
It's funny because like you're saying something that is true, but like I would not have thought of that beforehand.
yeah, no, it's just because maybe I have like a I don't know, fresh mind on this. It's like the first time, so I have also a very um critical mentality. So
Hmm.
yeah, to analyze things. So anyway, there's like I think it's like it's good how um you made a lot of like you you mentioned different areas, like from tech, software sharing, um or like physical knowledge, but actually we can put now like make the main categories in values exchange.
mm-hmm.
So just create some categories and we can mention it from like very tangible and non so tangible or like soft skill, soft stuff that we need. Um, so
This reminds me of something that I would put in like another document around the purpose of connection. So is it a project-based purpose? Is it a work pod purpose? Like I think there was maybe only 5 or 6 in those types of um, categories, but I feel like maybe you start with the purpose like that, and
mhm.
then you get options from there, something like that.
Yeah, that can be an idea to have a purpose here, or like the purpose for. So let's think it logically. Like I have a need. I have a need of, for example, marketing support. Um, okay, so I need to promote my project.
Mhm.
Um, then will be like a purpose, and but mm,
So
I
that
don't
would be like instead of those next categories, that would be like a project-based connection or something.
know. Okay, so you are saying that, okay, what will be the types of that purpose? Like what kind of purpose do we have? We can have work and personal, or social, or
Yeah,
social
a few
slash
ones like
community.
that. Yeah.
Hmm.
And what other purposes can be?
Let me just look at my document.
Well, yeah, it's like, what is like marketing would be like, I mean, I guess out of those, it'd be like services or consulting. I guess that could all just be in services.
Yeah, skills, shares, expertise, exactly, can be also like services.
Hmm.
So we can put like the main categories, and then we can have like more specific. It will be like two categories, for example, like, okay, it can be professional, personal, and social or community. Okay, so if we are be like these three categories, and then we can go more and say for each category we can have another three. So in total we have nine, or I don't know, four. We'll have 12. So, but definitely like this here are too many, and also can be one type or be more like we can have more selection. It's another question.
Yeah,
Then I can put all like, so, and in the end, what do you need this? You need it for filtering the needs, like, or
that's right. Yeah, that's the idea was for filtering. So, like you said, when there's 50 or 100 or 1,000, or 10,000, then it starts to help to have filters. It does it right, whether it's 10 filters or 20 or 5, right? That's the question of what's the most utility, but that is the idea.
yeah. So this like maybe it's better to organize them a little bit.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, it's a good question and a good point. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, thanks for looking at it. So, like, yeah, you can see where you can filter on the button.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you click out of that, right? So you can
Yeah,
filter
there are
by.
too many and too diverse, and this is why when people they need to like first it's good that you it's a checkbox so people they don't need to um, play around with words, but also we need to be very specific and in terms of what everybody understand from that. So like because I can say yeah I need promotion, but I also need for so if I'm going back on this, I don't know if I need promotion, but I need also referrals, but I need collaborations, but I need, so they are like, and people will be lost on this. So then the filtering will be affected. So you need to have the same kind of understanding on that words for like general meaning. Let's put it like this. I know that it's hard this because for what means I don't know. Consulting for you is not the same for me or vice versa or whatever, you can choose another word, but at least the general thing like okay, so we need to be specific.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, that's good. That makes sense. Totally.
And then by the way, if I want to delete it, how can I delete it?
Um, where is there? There should be a. Can you click into it?
um
Um,
yeah, edit
yeah,
delete
there you
field.
go.
Okay, sorry, thank you.
You can keep that one. Maybe delete the ASDF one. Yeah, delete
What?
the test one.
Okay.
Okay. Or I mean, you can delete the other one too. It's, as you
Yeah,
like.
yeah, I will delete it right now. It's just like testing things, so yeah.
But it's nice to have another person's thing in there, so you can leave it if you want.
Mhm. But
Don't
see
worry,
here like
there's not going to be a bunch of people. Oh yeah, no, I know. Don't get me started on that. I
yeah,
was displaying, but
no, all good. So yeah, but this thing with the tabs, I think it's very important. So and maybe actually you can put it in two categories, like needs and offerings.
you mean two different
Like,
pages?
yeah, maybe
Hmm.
instead of two tabs, like I can go from click here.
Would you? So would you? Okay, because we can do this. Like I can do like You mean like you go to the needs and offering page and you click on needs and then it shows all the needs and then you click on offerings and it shows all the offerings?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, we can do that. That's
and
that's
then when you post a need or an offering, it's not like you don't need to choose. You just filter the exactly you are in the need, so you are posting a need.
I see. Nice to make. Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's like tabs. You have it. You click on one tab, the needs, and all the needs are there. You click on the other, and then all the offerings, rather than scrolling down. You're saying.
Yes, or just make two pages here. Instead of needs and offerings, make two pages.
Hmm.
Also, like when you're talking about personal and professional needs, like I'm wondering if like on the needs page or the needs tab that you could just have like you could have a stream that you can sort it when you're viewing everyone else's as well, like a button.
Um, to sort. Oh, sorry. Could you say that again?
Well, like I know there's the search bar and then there's the filters, but what if there's just like a tab, like a button that shows you like a couple of options, like to just quickly jump to pre-sorted
Oh, I
um
see.
ones?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Oh, have you guys been through all this contributions?
We haven't really touched on contributions. It's that contributions isn't really ready. It's not. I wanted it to have the tab in there, but honestly, it's like that's not even. Yeah, it's not even ready.
Hmm.
So in terms of developing this, maybe you can start it. You can like make like a plan on phases on how you develop this, but like what you can like help people to engage and create their profiles, and then start to have some activity in terms of needs and offerings, and then you can develop the contribution and other aspects of the app. But I think this is where that this thing can bring some like more people to test it and have fun and to try to see how this app goes, because it's something that you can have like a, how to say, like direct connection, like, okay, oh, I'm presenting my needs, there are, I don't know, 20 people that I can meet in this community, and maybe somebody can understand what I need and can help me with that, or vice versa.
Yeah.
And instead of thinking on the entire map of this app, like um tokens, gifts, contribution, all the like the entire stuff. Yes, it's good to develop it in like in a parallel side, but right now you need to have more people to start to engage.
Mm-hmm.
And you can put it like, okay, for the next 3 months we have this, I need to please give us feedback, give it, it's a beta version, and let's try it together, and you like just open the doors for any kind of people,
Mm-hmm.
and then with time you can select them, or like you can um, put them in different levels of categories or as members in terms of community around, like you can have, for example, you can think about this like, okay, this is the nucleo circle, the nucleo of the project, and these are like the founders of the main members, and then you have like the first circle that is like, I don't know, people that are supporting in a way, but they are like bees that are coming and going or something like that. And then you have another level that is more like just engaging from time to time, and then you have the third level that are just visitors. So I'm just, it's just an idea, but don't think um to do it perfectly from like from the beginning. So it's one of the things that I'm facing, for example, right now. I'm having the same problem. I'm struggling to even make a website for my project, my services, because it's not perfect, because it's not perfect communication, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's that the one of the biggest problems right now is that we are so stuck in doing everything perfect, so we postpone doing actually things. Nothing can in the beginning. Nothing can be perfect. So you just need to open the doors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you. Well, let me. Yeah, I mean, definitely this hasn't been stopped because there's the app was trying to be perfect. Yeah, but maybe what like maybe what I'm hearing is that you know, which makes sense, is to at least for now maybe put contributions away, like put the contributions and tokens sort of hide that for now, and then just just get people in and playing with the members and the needs and offerings, because there's a lot, because that is those two things are are fairly built out okay, meaning like the general functionality works, like what we were talking about, like the next level of things, like, hey, there's like, why is this on the on here, and there might be too many of these particular categories and things like that. Yeah, I mean, that's a hope. I mean, would you, if there were whatever, another, 20 people on here, would you like be excited to come and at least like put in some, some needs, two or three needs or two or three offerings?
Yeah, definitely. No, um I can like just do it like properly after our meeting these days when once I will have a moment, so I can just, for example, share a need or two like for real, so to see how that's like how it looks and to have like a good like example, and also some like 2 3 offerings to just to have like real examples, let's put it like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
um yeah, so you know what,
Also,
um yeah, please
The
continue.
the other
uh,
thing,
I'm just wondering how far off the vouchers are, if they're happening or not yet.
What?
uh, I mean, it's a good question.
Sorry, I couldn't understand. Can you repeat the question, Christine?
Oh, maybe Rob can describe it. Vouchers for like your offerings, people's offerings.
Yeah. Um, yeah, well, let me speak to that. There was one thing that that I did want to mention, which is that, um, along with like Basilica, along with just the app, like the idea, isn't that it's just an app that like people go to. It's like, hey, here's the app, and then like go to the app, and the idea is that that like hopefully every step of the way, like we're sort of building community, and we're connecting with people and helping people, and you know that like along the way. So
Yes.
yeah, so that's also the idea. It isn't to just um drop somebody in here and then say, okay, like go use it, because I don't know that, yeah. So um yeah, the vouchers. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. I guess, um, I was, because I think, the next feature is the contributions, and then the vouchers. I mean, I think we could have us like simple vouchers, um, using kind of the same data structure as like, as contributions, but I don't know, it might be a ways off. I mean, I'm just, I'm also seeing like this was helpful for me to see like, how many, like, I don't know, ticks. Yeah, I don't know at this point. Vouchers could be weeks or months, or there's a lot of factors. Yeah, I don't know. Todd, and yeah,
I
that's,
guess what I'm wondering,
I
I
just,
guess
I
what I'm
really
wondering,
don't know.
like, what are what are the main functions that people can use if even if we're offering the simplest version? Like, is needs and offerings enough functions? And then what does contributions add to that on top of that? Like that can stand alone without vouchers. That's what I feel like vouchers is like a key part of it. But hey,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, me too. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little like I think I've got to like re reset a little bit. I don't know. I just yeah, I put in like lots of like hours and days, and I don't know. I mean, maybe it's I need to like maybe get a little space from it, you know. Um,
What about with like Mescal or like someone else, like like another developer? Would that be helpful?
yeah, yeah. I think I'm just feeling a little disappointed in the moment, which is probably just because, I get it. It's just like, um, I just, wait, sorry, there's dogs down here. Yeah, I just sort of, it's just that thing like I was even saying before. I just, you know, always want things to move faster than they usually do. So, um,
Okay, so
I think in the, um, development world, they call it a sprint. I think I've just been on a sprint, for this, for to try to get like this first version out. And so I probably just need to like, take a couple days off and be like, okay, yeah, but as I went along, I mean, I think that was the idea also. Where's the here? I'll share my screen. The
Rob,
idea was, oh, sorry, go ahead.
um, may I have a like mm, may I express a reflection? Because
Oh,
maybe because
sure. Yeah, sure.
I feel like I um I may have, I don't know, because for me, like I'm not so much in the story, um so I can like from an outside perspective, um I feel like you are in a like on a swamp, like you're like trying to move and like it's not flowing. So um I will suggest something if uh that resonates with you, because you mentioned like maybe you feel like overwhelmed or like you too much in this process, and maybe you need a to pause a little bit for this, and maybe you can take few days, and then I'm open to have a meeting with you and to rethink this from in terms of like process of developing uh, how to do it, and to actually engage more in how we can move faster, but I know that like I know the because I feel it the same thing, in as I said, like in my reality, I'm facing the same kind of situations, like, oh, I want to make things faster, but it's not that things they need to move faster. I need to move in my way, but like how like I need to keep my speed. How I'm relating with that things can change. So it's about how you relate to this project right now. Like what are your expectations in concrete, like you want to happen?
Hmm.
I don't know if
Yeah,
it makes
thank
sense
you. Thanks for
what
the.
I'm saying,
Yeah, I know.
Christine.
I
Please.
get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah, thank you for the offer. Yeah, let me think about that. That's a kind offer. I think that, like I'm able to sort of step back, fairly easy. Like, that is one thing with, like sometimes I get right, like, I can get trapped by like expectations, And so, um, but I don't know that there's any crisis here. I just think I'm a little frustrated, mostly about like the onboarding and the submit button and the intake form and the whatever. Yeah, I don't know that if I'm really looking at like a bigger perspective that there anything's going wrong. I mean, there's a, like you said, it's a pretty good base, and like we do have a like we're making good steps forward, and I think like Christine said, like we're setting things up so that way, like I have a much better idea now of like how other people could come on and help, and how they could like, because now we can say, oh, okay, now there's this feature, can you work on that? And there's, this thing, can you work on that? And um, yeah, I just, yeah, I just think I just, probably need a couple days off of this project. I think that's it. Um, so
And also working on your emotions and see what is actually happening there, because sometimes we feel like, oh, I feel frustrated about that, but it's not only that, or it's not just that, is something behind that like this whatever platform or project, or is just triggering something behind, like something deeper than, oh, this button didn't work, or like, so maybe it's also some another perspective to, I don't know, I in, invite you to check to see what is behind this, because actually a button that doesn't work, whatever, that can be fixed, it's technical stuff. So
yeah, yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I mean, I think that's my process anyways, as I go along. And sometimes like I work hard at it, and so if sometimes, right, like you said, the emotions, sometimes things they just come up, and I'm just like, I just feel frustrated, and that's okay, so I'm just feeling, I might just be disappointed or frustrated, because I've worked, like a million hours, um, and trying to, learn this thing, and I was just, maybe wanted it to go better. And that's really like, that's okay. I promise, like this, there's no crisis, it's just, you know.
okay, so in terms of like concrete stuff, how can we help you, or how can I help you right now?
Um, yeah, I mean, I think, how you could, how you could help is if you want to like be in the app. I mean, I think that because like these little bugs, like they're gonna get fixed, and maybe we sort of, like I was, yeah, sort of put away the contributions, section until it's ready. But like, um, I think, yeah, the easiest way, yeah, is for you to like just be kind of a member in the app, right? Because you're one of the first people, right? Actually, you're literally one of the first people. The other folks are people who've been in, sort of like in it for a while, but haven't actually like used this functionality. Um, so if just kind of like go through and use it and put a few, just fill things out a little bit. So that way, oh, okay, here you put, some skills and a couple needs and a couple offerings, and you know, and then if there's anything that stands out as far as ideas, we could even, you know, talk about that, because, I think at this version, right, there's things that are set up and working fine, and there's a few things that are sort of set up that are like a little wonky. So maybe I need to take those away as well. I don't know. How does that sound?
Okay, so I can complete my profile and make some needs and shares. Um, yeah, and then if I see something that's more than I just already shared with you, that doesn't work, or I feel as a suggestions, I can share it with you next week, or something like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, it's a big help, and for you yeah, to come in and to have, people start to come in, right? Every time, like, it's like we have to, put something out there and then like we have to push against it, and that's
Okay,
just what we're doing. We're just
yeah,
pushing against it and seeing, oh, okay, this is like, where the next sort of pieces of work are. So super helpful.
okay. And what else do you need? Like, what do you like? That is something that I can do. Okay, but what else do you need, or the app needs in order to move forward? Like, do you have like a plan, or like, okay, you are here and you need to go there, and what are like, where is your um status or position right now?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for help, I mean, I think that now I'm at the point where if there's people, who want to help out with the actual building of the app, we could use help there. There's already a couple people who we're talking to who may be able to help with that. I mean, I don't know if that's your area of expertise is.
I softwaring, like programming is not my skill. No.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no worries. Yeah, there's also other, we're working on, we have a couple other like main pieces now. We're working on the website and working on kind of like the content, the promotional content. Um, hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Well, where do you like? Are you saying that you would be willing to help out with some, in addition to just like being in the, app
Yeah,
itself?
I was thinking that maybe like this one, I'm trying to understand what is your process right now, because maybe we can, I don't know, join other people like from other projects, or that they have the same kind of intention, but to like co-create. For example, I don't know if you met Joshua, I think is his name,
Yeah,
in the
Joshua
gathering.
Joshua Prieto.
Yeah, it's he lives in Colombia. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I've been meaning to get a hold of him.
Yeah, so next, for example, tomorrow they have a think tank meeting, and I've been in their meetings for like the last 2 months. And actually, it's a very nice like vibe in that meeting. So that will be like a way, like maybe you want to come tomorrow and say like, oh, we have this, and like, because they're they're speaking, or like we are speaking in there, and almost about the same thing, like how we can offering, or how can, like, it's more about philosophy right now. Like they don't think about an app, but definitely we touch about the idea of like having a platform or having a tool. And I actually shared your project, and I said like, I think right now what we need in that, for example, in that project, we need more like to define values and strategies, and like how to bring these people together, or based on what, in terms of purpose, values, and principles. But and maybe like these two elements, I feel it like they can be combined at some point, like, because right now everybody speak about the same thing. How can we support each other? How can we co-create, and um being like building this new platform of how we can make businesses with purpose, or in a fair way, with some principles and moral values that we can all share in, like, in different capacities. Of course, maybe I don't know, focused on something more than other person, but we need to learn about that. So having the soft and the hardware, like, because the app can be the hardware, let's put it like this, and then we need to the soft, and that means the setting, like principles, values. How can you engage with some people, based on their profile, but then we can have rewards, not rewards in terms of our reviews, sorry, rewards and reviews. So I think that's, I don't know,
Yeah.
collaborations.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's the question. How, I mean, yeah, I think you're hitting upon it, right? Because all of these things, I mean, these are all things we've been, working with and talking about, since the beginning, right? Is how, everything you're talking about, right? And that's why, right, of course, we went to the gathering of the tribes because we want to meet people, because we want to be collaborating, because we want to get more, sort of bring more resources in on, on this thing, right? And that's the conversation I had with Joshua, right? Which is like we're talking about the same thing, So I think, yeah, it's I think it's just again, it's like time and resources, like um, how much like if I've been sort of like working, to build like this first version of the app out, it's been hard for me to then go and like find time to go to other meetings and collaborate with folks, but at the same time, like that's really important. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I definitely like we, but and at the same time, right, these are conversations that I'm having. I'm trying to have with, lots of people, which is like, how can we not be doing the same thing? How can we not be building the same thing? Like there's these it's like does it make sense to, for us, for holistic systems, to keep building this app? Is there another app? What should we? Yeah, I don't know. It's
or
just
maybe
there's a
there are
lot.
other
There's a lot there,
communities, yeah, but or maybe the other communities, they may need a very similar kind of app, and in order not to build a new one, they can start to use this, and in the same, like in this process of using this, they can start help you, or they can bring their input to develop, to help you to develop it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course, of
You
course.
know, imagine that this is what I came to you in the gathering, because once I understand your project, I was like, I want to do the same. So why I don't need to start it from me, like, oh, I will have this vision. No, like I see it in you, I see the same kind of ideas. Let's do it together. You understand? So, or I go like, or let me see how can I support your vision, because it's something similar that I want to create at some
Yeah,
point. It's not
yeah,
in
yeah,
my priorities right now, but it was like an idea that I had it at some point. So yeah, this is what I'm
yeah,
saying. Like,
yeah,
let's see how we can put together the pieces of the puzzle.
yeah, yeah. So maybe practically what I'm hearing, yeah, is that like it'd be good to connect with Joshua and connect with Seeds of Tao. I mean, there's somebody there named Carlos who you maybe have met there, Carlos Cole. We've been, I don't know, um, we connected with him, and he's sort of connected with Seeds of Tao. And I don't know, it's
Anyway, yeah.
yeah, but right. I think you're making a really good point, right? Which is there might be right there might be other groups who are working on like similar apps, but like you said, there might be other groups who we're all trying to do the same thing, but they're not necessarily working on like the platform, or they say, oh yeah, well, we need a platform like that. So then how can we come together, So yeah, yeah.
And what I think that is needed right now is like you need to bring the platform on a minimum usability, minimum level of being used. So I can share it with some, I don't know, 20 other people and say, look, these guys, they develop a platform. We can work on this and try it and see how we can actually connect to each other, instead of like putting our services on LinkedIn or all the bullshit.
Yeah, yeah,
And but again, we need to be something else than LinkedIn or whatever other, So we need to see how that soft characteristics or elements or tuning in terms of why we think this is alternative, why we like
Yeah,
what are like the essence, what is the essence that is different, what is the philosophy, the vision that we are putting in this app, because it's not only, yeah, it's a technical app, but in behind that actually represents a philosophy, a vision.
of
So we
course,
need to be
of course.
we need to be careful that that vision is very clear expressed in this app. It's not just an app.
Yeah, yeah.
So first step,
So
make it in
honestly,
a,
you're just to name like like yeah, I fully agree. Like honestly, you're just like that's the plan. Essentially, every what you're talking about is like that is that's is our plan, which is really just like I think where we're trying to get to is to say is to say hey, what's the like this basic that this get to a place where we're saying okay, we have like the our basic sort of like website up with like just the general, sort of basic
yeah,
info that everybody can see. And then we have this like at the very least basic version of the app, and then we have these, sort of these two things, well, these three things. There's the website, there's the content, and there's the app, right, that's expressing all of that. Yeah. And then we say, okay, now let's go and let's talk to
exactly.
yeah, so that's really yeah, I mean, that's really the plan. So in in that sense, yeah, I agree 100% with what you're saying with what you're saying.
Okay, so when do you think that we can have the app, the website, and the app ready to be shared? Not that they need to be perfect, just to
Yeah.
be the basic level of usability or access. After we do like I don't know 2 3 rounds of testing around with people that between us, let's say, so we can say I don't know, I'm just giving an example, like in a month, for example, like from today in a month, we can say okay, it's time to get out from the cocoon.
Yeah.
I'm in the from get out from the like the caterpillar transforming the butterfly, so let's be butterflies.
Yeah. Because that's what yeah, like I love that part, I want to get out and be like and go and talk to people and have these
All
conversations
right.
and so yeah,
When will
that's
be, when do you think that, or like what do you need to get in that stage? How is like what that stage will look like
yeah.
in terms of like configurations or presentation, whatever? And how much time do you need to get there?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we know what it would look like. I mean, I think we've been doing a good job in sort of, step by step getting there.
Sure. Yes, you are. You are almost there. This is what
Close.
I'm saying. Like you are.
But
To be honest, you are like 95% there. But it's just a matter of perspective right now, and this is why I'm pushing you a little bit right now because you are already there. It's just like two buttons that were like not working. Whatever, fuck it. Just
I
let's
know.
move on.
No, I get it. But I think you're talking about it. I think that's why that's where I'm feeling, it's just right now, it's a little disappointing because it's just close, we're so close I can taste it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, forget, you know, doing anything, forget shaving, forget whatever. I'm just gonna finish this thing. Um, but right, sometimes, it's waves. So anyways, how long? I mean, if I can get some help with it, if I can get some help with the app, then I mean, if we're just talking like the needs and offerings, um, in the member profiles, I don't think, I think like a month, I think we could probably be fine in a month and, and maybe more and everything else. I don't know, Christine, if you're still, if you're with us, Christine, what do you think?
Yeah.
Sometimes it might be helpful to, you have another opinion on timelines, and what might be reasonable.
Hmm. Timeline, I guess. Other than like the initial stage, like that on the actual that first initial onboarding experience, I think from what I saw Basilica doing, the rest of it seems Like it just needs tweaking. So that shouldn't be too much. But with that, yeah, like with those steps, I feel like there's maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 clear steps that we can outline and say, because maybe they don't have to go to the app to fill out the form to be approved. Like it's almost like a little bit disappointing if you go to the app, you're like, right, I'm going to get into this app, and
Mm,
then I have to come away and wait for approval and fill out a form. I
mm,
feel like if they just went to the website, like filled out the form and then got the approval, then they went to the app, it would be like more seamless.
mm, mm-hmm. Yeah,
So it
yeah,
might
yeah,
just be some
yeah. I can
tweaks
dig
like
that.
that.
Right, and there'd be less to screw around with too. As far
Yeah,
as
with
like
their in their
making it
yeah.
all, yeah, work and appear right.
And we can always give them things to read and stuff to look at and whatever in the meantime, like while they're waiting for approval. So there's something like it would only be like a day or two, but yeah, I imagine that would keep it ticking over.
Yeah, yeah. So, website. I mean, I don't want to, you know, I want to make sure I'm, giving myself enough space. Um, yeah, I guess that's the question, when we, the sort of basic. Yeah, I mean, maybe just, thinking about like in the new year. Honestly, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it'd be what I would really like from a timeline perspective, what I would really like is, it's kind of by the second week of January, like this, what we're talking about,
Yeah.
which I think we've been, and Christine and I have talked about, what we're envisioning this sort of like base thing where we just say, hey, we have this base, yeah, go to our website. Oh yeah, you can jump on the app now, in this basic way, and it'll work. By like the second week of January, I think that would be really good because I'm having surgery on my shoulder. Um, the third week of January.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
which is
Hmm.
okay. Luckily, it's my non-dominant arm, so it's not going to be, as big of a break for work, but it's probably not a bad thing to shoot for, now that I think about it. I don't know,
Yeah,
Christine,
I think
what do you think?
yeah, I think like if we just aim to clean up what you got there and make that initial form like tidy, that seems doable. And then what else would you try to do by the second week of Jan? Would you try to have contributions running or anything else, or are you just focusing on the
Um, yeah, I mean, you could have like could have like even if it's not like fully working, you could have a little sort of preview of contributions. I think that there's other things that if we can get some help, I think that would make it easier. But
yeah.
there's other little things like communications, like sending people messages and notifications. Um, I've started to put it all out in the in the Miro board. Um,
Yeah.
here's that flow. But these are like I started to sort of put out all the different like features just so that way we can be like viewing the same thing. So the member
Mhm.
profiles and yeah. So there's little things, that kind of keep that pop up. Um, but again, I don't see any reason by the second week of January we couldn't like we certainly could have just a version where people can go in and kind of see the basic idea. And I think that's it, right? It's letting people sort of like understand and visualize like the full functionality, even if like it's not all ready.
Well, I guess it comes down to those that instruction booklet thing as well, like the descriptions we've got going on in the info packet.
Yeah.
So, like, if we just made it more clear about which parts are operational, and then here's the layout about how the other parts are going to work when they are operational.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess there's a lot of, little things that, right, that people could help. There's going on the app, and there's sort of like the making the little, tutorials. There's going, like just when Basilica was going through today in a very sort of speedy and casual way, she came across a lot of little things, so to have
Hmm.
people doing that, and then, you know, rather than having to think about it all and figure it out, have people doing that and then just, you
Yeah.
know, be able to pop them in is helpful too.
Well, that was super helpful. Yeah, I'm glad that Basilica was able to do that for you.
Yeah. Um,
Happy to contribute.
so how does
Guys,
that sound? I don't know. Does that sound reasonable, Basilica?
yeah, sounds very reasonable. And it's not about like because I didn't ask you in terms of having any kind of time expectations. Um, what I think that is more important right now is to have clear what are the elements that you need to cover for the next month, and yeah, so we can like after we after the physical part it's ready to be shared, then to have all that process of trying, testing, having different kind of um, interactions with that. Um, for example, a question that came into my mind earlier when Christine, you are talking about the approval email and all that process. I'm curious, for example, how do you determine the members and how you approve them? It's like uh, they need to
Mm.
have some criteria, or like, what is the process in approval and who approves that? And if, for example, if you don't want to have them in your community, how you gonna say no? No, I'm sorry, you are not good enough for us, or just no, we
Yeah.
don't fuck off. Just
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We
Yeah,
we
we
we do
haven't
have
really talked about that.
some we do have some ideas and thoughts about that.
because then if you approve everybody, then why needs to be a personal approval?
Yeah.
And then maybe it's I saw this perspective on like on a project years ago, and actually um, maybe see a different perspective on how you want to filter people. Not saying that, oh, we don't like you or you need to be like this, like this, like this. Because again, if they are filtering like they're like putting their informations on a group, how can I know if I'm good or like I'm covering the standards or the elements for this community? So maybe it's better to say, look, this is how we are, or this is how the project. This is like explaining more of what are the elements or the criteria that this project has, and if they want to align with that, these are the values that we believe, and this is the like these are conditions in terms of like, okay, we want to do things like this. If you like to join us, please just that be aware that for us, for example, integrity means this or transparency means this, and we are really holding on these values. And in our relationships, and doesn't matter if it's personal, community, professional, we following integrity and authenticity. I'm just giving a stupid examples right now. So if you don't align with these values, please just be sure that you are in the right place. Something like that. I'm just exaggerating, but I think this is like maybe, and then in like with, because with time, then you can say to them like, look, this is our values. You, it seems like from your last activities, some members or some activity that you had, they were not aligned with these values. Like you are, I don't know, some you didn't you were not respectful or whatever. So then you can say these are the criterias. You can join us, but pay attention that this is our like rules of our tribe.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we've got a lot of that like written up already. It's just a
Yeah, but
matter of
exactly, it's just a matter of putting the pieces together. I'm sure that you have it because I remember from like 2 months ago, and it was I think it was a moment of discussing this kind of stuff. But this like these elements can be like um, how to say like like updated with the idea with the form or the approval element. What do you think,
yeah,
Christine?
yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it's how to yeah, I guess it's just sort of taking it one step at a time and figuring out
Again,
how
if we are like
to
if the project is very clear
yeah,
on what are the
I think
criteria and the things, then you can say, okay, everybody's in, and you can reconfigure the approval phase. Like you don't need the approval and somebody to check the every time, every one like every 2 days to see if the emails comes. It's just like an automatic approval.
yeah. Yeah.
In
Okay.
that sense,
I think
I'm saying it in the point that to simplify things, like okay, let's make it easier in a way.
yeah, I hear you.
Guys, I need to go. So
Yeah, yeah. No worries. I know, me too, soon.
that
Um,
was like a real pleasure to discover the app with you guys. So and happy to explore more and yeah, to support. So um, I don't want to like push any buttons on anything, but right now I'm in a very like focused and like active way of doing things. So like this one, like let's I'm in a phase of like getting in action in life. Like, so like this is where like
yeah,
maybe you
yeah.
all this energy like okay, let's go ahead, let's move it. So
Yeah.
action time.
That's good.
And I think that's yeah, I think it's great. And I think there's another thing, where we're trying to figure out how to when people come in, right? Like who have that, to how to then like say, okay, plug them in and say, okay, hey, here you go. Like you can help with this or you can help with this. That's part of the process as well, and it's yeah, and it's a process, too. So yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're
So
calling.
so I think some of it
Are we
is
calling it
can just be
builders?
kind of like thinking about that. Sorry, Christine. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Aren't we calling that builders? Like Basilica, if you're like really feel aligned with it, then you could be like one of the people who are helping build not necessarily the app, but just like the community. And like when we do get to that outreach phase, like we're planning to have like ways that members who help grow the community to be rewarded. So like if you invite 50 people and like, 35 of them join, then there's like a certain structure of like ways that will benefit you as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so just to have a like more clarity about my status or my where I am right now, my intention is to join in different in like projects, like to get involved, not necessarily for the compensations or for the reward, like concrete reward, like oh you give me 5 stars and like good. It's not about that. It's about make like if the things flow, I'm means that I'm in the right place. So because right now what I'm trying to do is to bring down my own vision in terms of like putting my puzzles together in my biggest plan. And as I told you, Rob, when we met, and I still feel that it's a lot of it's a big treasure in what you are doing, and it's a big value. Um, so just need to be like maybe uh, to shift from that critical mass, like so you need to just make it enough so that can be like a snowball. So then just things can move naturally. So this is how I feel it right now. So I feel to bring my contribution and in the way that makes sense for me and for the people around, as long as it flows and it feels organic. Not with the idea like, oh, I want to reach that. Yes, of course, I will promote it. And actually, as I said, like I already um, shared the website with some people because I think that it's, as I said, like it's very aligned with what I was envisioning some years ago about creating the system, different kind of business structure or whatever business world. I call it a conscious business world. Anyway, so in terms of like being more concrete in action right now, let's see what is needed. Like, okay, you mentioned that you need technical support. So let's see who can help you to receive technical support to get to that level that people can access, like general people. So
Yeah.
so if you said that, okay, guys, I think in like first week of January we can have it, or the second week, we can have it. Okay, that is the goal. Perfect. Let's define exactly what is that stage and what do you need to get there in terms of from other people that are around you that maybe you don't have it. In case you don't have it, let's speak with people that maybe we know around. I don't know, I just mentioned Joshua because I'm gonna meet him next tomorrow.
Mm.
So if you want, you can come tomorrow and we can speak, or we can have another meeting with him and say like, guy, uh, we have this, let's see how we can, do you know somebody, or do you like, how can you support us to to, to develop more?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think my day is super slammed tomorrow, but
Okay,
but
next.
tell Joshua that he's on my list. No, I'm going to show you something. I want to show you. I'm going to show you so that way you can let him know. Uh, all right, all right. Are you seeing the screen here?
Yeah.
All right. Look, that's number 5 on my list. Is right, Joshua Prieto. See, so it's not like, oh, it's on my list right there. He's number 5. That's a pretty big spot because you can see the
Look,
list is
okay,
a
so
long
let's do
list.
like this then. Maybe tomorrow I will speak with him and I can share a little bit and see where he is and if he has time or not. Next few weeks to have like maybe he can join us here. That
Yeah, or
could
I
be
can
like.
join another. Yeah. It's just tomorrow's no good. But yeah, let's. I think it's just it's a great connection, anyways. And I was right. Obviously, I was thinking yeah, about what he's doing.
Yeah.
And what they're doing there at Seeds of Tao. So yeah, that's great. And look, I think we're on the right track. I think that sort of keeping this energy like together. I think that there's a thing where you're in the field and we can be thinking about like when something comes up and we say, oh yeah, I bet Basilica could help with this. But really at this baseline level, for me, I think having you in the app and sort of like using that and putting some things in there and being, like that's really great. Yeah,
Yeah.
because yeah.
I will put my fingers into more next days, and yeah, let's see how it works. I don't know if I can join next week, but I have the calendar. Thank you for sharing the calendar. By the way, that was a good idea to fix some dates so people can jump in or out
Yeah, yeah.
again. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, as you like. Yeah, as you like. And I probably won't fix those bugs until like this weekend. Like I said, I think I need a couple days off the app, but Christine.
I just want
But
to say
yeah,
goodbye.
that's
Yeah.
great.
I've actually been lying down the most of the time listening, so that's why I
Oh,
have my
good.
camera
Hope
on.
you're gonna feel better soon.
Thank you. Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
doing a bit of a cleanse, so
Huh.
yeah. But I'm glad to hear like you guys are both passionate, and it was good to like be listening to that. So yeah.
Doggies. You have doggies there.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much.
Oh,
There's somebody else who wants to say
oh
bye.
my God. Oh, he's so sweet.
Yeah. And you see, it's definitely it's winter here. She's wearing her
Wow.
lumberjack coat.
I wish I
Okay,
had one of
guys.
those.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Vasilika. It's great to see you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Same here. And keep in touch. We keep in touch. Definitely.
Bye.
Thank you.
See.
Ciao. Bye.
Bye bye. Are you better go, I guess.
I better. I know. I was gonna go to I was like, all right, I gotta stop this meeting so I can go to at 7, so I can go to the gym. Um, but like, no, it's too. Yeah, it's all right. It's too.
Doc. Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah. So I know. Yeah, I should go soon. But do sorry you're not feeling well too. Thanks for like
Oh,
hanging in there.
I guess I kind of expected it, because I took all these tablets and stuff, so I was just waiting for them to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's just like some liver stuff that I'm doing at the moment, like a liver cleanse thing.
Uh,
Yeah. But yeah, with everything that happened today, like, have you got a list of stuff that you want to take away from that, or do you think that it ties in with that platform development mirror board, or how do you want to approach it?
yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, I know what I have to work on. You know, it just
Mhm.
yeah. I was just trying to like sort of pound everything in. Into today, and it's yeah. So I think it's just good. It's sort of just a good marker for me to say, okay, this is where it's at now, and then like let's like what I need to just sort of back off on, and then like what I need to tighten up, so that way like at least like the basic functionality
Mhm.
is working. Um,
Yeah, because if like I don't know what your decision is, but if that like onboarding form and approval thing, if that does go on the website and via like an external form, that could be something that I could also work on,
yeah, I
that
think it's
piece.
a great idea because I sort of like that was a question anyways that I was playing with, like what.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it's like if they do the onboarding form in the app, right, then the information, whether they sign up or not, then their information can, just sort of goes into the app, for like the initial, not the application form, but like I think we're seeing here that it's probably not that's not worth it, like to
Hmm.
eventually like that information could connect, but I think what we're seeing is that it's not worth it, like if we have to manually like for now copy and paste, like three or four fields when somebody
Mm.
joins, like that's not a big deal. And it's
Yeah.
and then it just makes that it takes away like having to worry about that part with the app. I don't, sort of on the border. So like I think what you're saying is spot on.
Mm.
So then it's just like somebody, essentially, there's a yeah, I'll just have to figure it out. There's yeah, there's a weird thing with with Glide apps and their sign up page and how it all works, but I think there's a way around it. Um, and then really we don't send people to the app to sign in until they're already approved. I think is the idea you're saying, right?
That would make it feel a little more fluid rather than feeling like, because whenever I try to join a Mighty Networks group, for example, and it says pending approval, and so you just kind of like sit there for a couple of days or whatever waiting. So like if you did fill out a small thing on the website and you got a little download a packet, and then like plus the invitations we've already got, like to the meetings, to the intro chat, like that feels like a lot as like an initial contact. And then from there, I think, yeah, as soon as you go to the app, you want to be able to be in the app. That would be ideal.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds right to me. That sounds good, especially with what we want. Even like something we've been talking about, but Basilica spoke to it as well. But it's like it isn't just like, hey, jump in the app and join the app. It's so there really is. We haven't had to go through it so much because
Mm.
as of yet, but there really is this process where we're saying like, oh, okay, you want to join? Thanks for sharing this information. Let's have an onboarding meeting. Come to our meeting. Let's talk. Like, let's make sure that we're
Mm.
aligned. Before before you jump in. So that actually does sound right.
And we could like have like some parts of the app that are publicly viewable, like even if they are just like a couple of test pages, like your personal profile or like, a fake profile or mine or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
just have a few things people can say, oh, look, that's what the app looks like. But that doesn't mean they're logging in and filling out everything straight away. So it gives them a little touch point, like from the beginning to know that this is what I'll be getting into, but they're not necessarily trying to figure out all the things like as their first impression of it.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. And I think, and that's what I discovered like with that welcome page is that which I like a lot is that we can have public pages. But yeah, maybe we just need to take away the sign up.
Yeah, just have like apply now and then it goes to like the
Yeah,
form
then
or
it just
something.
goes to the website. Yeah. Yeah, but we can have those
Mm.
public page, and maybe we want it on the app or maybe we want to just like embed them into the website, but like, be good to be able to have I think part of the idea is like to be able to show people's profiles externally, and
Yeah,
like
that's
that's the
another
thing. It's like,
thing.
oh, now, oh,
Yeah.
you've been a member for 3 months. Okay. Now like
Mm.
we're gonna show your profile, you're right. And you have like the personal the internal and external profile, and then we can show
Right.
people and then people can go and see, oh, wow, look at all the tokens this person has or whatever.
Yeah, like if we look at it as like an invitation into a culture, I think that's helpful. Like from what Basilica said, like the app is just one part of that. And then making sure that people are like feeling that they're getting information, they're getting opportunities and concepts coming at them, like in a measured way, opportunities to interact. Like there's no reason why they can't attend meetings and do all this other stuff before getting into the app. Like the app's not a prerequisite to any of that. Is that correct? Like, yeah.
Yeah, that
So
sounds right to me. Yeah, because the app is really like is the platform, to sort of like to facilitate everything we're trying to do,
mm,
which isn't like a, an instant like payoff.
And also, like, if you're wanting to convert people directly to the app, like, say if you did want to do that, you would have all these other like sales pages and things around it. It wouldn't just be like, here's the link to the app, like, like normally there would be more padding around it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're also want, like at a certain point, we're like, hey, well, like we want a membership fee and all of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that all makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
So I know you and I
Well,
have stuff to
looking
talk
good.
about. And maybe not that there's anything. I'm just gonna